I'm going to wait till somebody gets here so we have a subject, because when I pick one, it always changes. There's Chloe. Hi, Chloe. Hi, Chloe. You want to come here? You want to come here? Well, come here. Not right now. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm 5 away. Come here, Chloe. Come here. Come here. She wants me to go over there so she can do a trick. Do you want to do a trick? See if I can see. Oh, I see where to turn it around. Let's go do a trick with Chloe. Okay, let's raise this up. Want to do a trick? Come on. There you go. And shake. Good girl. You get to pick. Good job, Chloe. I see somebody's here. Say hello. It's a beautiful day here in Texas. It's about 79, 80 degrees and breezy. My windows are open. I've painted today. I just made hamburgers and I'm waiting on the dog's bed to arrive from Amazon. Say hi. I normally have, well, I shouldn't say normally. I try to have a subject matter when I start a live, but every time I do, it gets changed anyway. Um, One time I did the title on Let's Talk About Pets, and literally the first 5 people that came on didn't have any pets. So that didn't work out so well for me. So I'm open to a subject. So come on and say hi. Hello. Let me see if I can say your name. Aya. And Tesla fan. Hi, hi, hi. I'm horrible at names. Matisa? Matthias. I don't, probably not saying that right. Hi, hi, hi. And Eternal Bet. Hello, hello. Do y'all have anything you want to talk about? I just decided to go live in the middle of the day. Hey, Lucas. And I watercolored today. That's what my channel is about now. And I have extra time on my hands, which is not very often. So I thought I would get on here and chat with some nice people. And I don't see anyone I know yet. What are y'all doing this Saturday? Or is it Sunday where you live? I'm in Texas, USA. Hello, Mateus. I guess I'm saying that right. When I see the word government in a comment, then I'm not going to answer that comment. Where does everybody live? Where are you watching from? There's Cheryl. Hi, I have all strangers on here. There was 19 of them at one point, and all they would say is hi. Virginia. All right. We have a good friend in our little community that lives in Virginia. There's Peter. Hey, Peter, how are you? I see you saw I mentioned you somewhere. Oh, it was on, this is Pam. Someone suggested your last video and she was going to check out your channel. And Cheryl says, yep, lives bring all kinds. Yes, they do. I haven't really had a big problem with them, but I don't do them very often either. Peter says he's never better. I'm glad to hear that, Peter. I know we've missed you on Friday evenings, but I know that that is like the middle of the night for you, I believe. It's when most of us are sleeping, not when your midnight is. You know what I mean. If it's midnight, I am going to be asleep or trying to get to sleep. Cheryl says, show your favorite watercolor, please, from the last 30 days. And Cheryl says hi to Peter. And Peter says, I have gone from no videos to 2 videos and 5 shorts this week. Whoa, good for you. Well, I'll just open my drawer of watercolor pictures, excluding the one I did today because it's in the other room. Oh, goodness. I have a date on the bottom of them. This one's from 220. 227, 227, 226. I don't know what the date on this one. It's sometime, ooh, there's a glare, this month. 225, 224, 224. Hey, Debbie Sue. Debbie Sue is the one I'm practicing my roses for, so I could send her a really nice one. And I'm not there yet. This one is 223. Debbie Sue, Cheryl suggested I go live so I can hopefully get my last five subscribers for hitting 1,000. And you're already there, Debbie Sue. Yay, you. Oh, Dora is live. So is, who else did I see was live? I think Kathleen. Kathleen's live a lot. 223. Cheryl says, send me one. I'm going to get a P.O. box soon. This one was not. This one was horrible. I did not like this one. 222. But I'm keeping them all because if I paint that again, the next one should be better. 220. See, I've been practicing lots of roses. This, I really like this one. This is what I was copying. This came in a picture frame. More roses from February 3rd, the 18th, the 19th. I'm being quick. Another one on the 19th. This I was trying to follow what someone else was painting, and I tagged her, but it didn't look anything like hers. Hers had a lot more white in it, but I tried. I don't know what date this one was, but I like this one, so I did put it in a frame, even though it's in a drawer. And then these are all December and January. The end of December and January. And then, this is the last day of February, so we will move on to March tomorrow. I got all my videos loaded on my hard drive and ready to start March. March is a tough month because my daughter passed away in March of 21 and my mom passed away in March of 22. And my mom's birthday is March as well. Everyone is saying hello, and Cheryl says, I created 4 songs on some, I don't know what that word is, Sunofor? Sandra's birthday, March 4th. Anyone want me to create you a song? Hey, Rosani, yay, a recap. Oh, I was like, what do you mean? You mean the pictures? That was Cheryl's suggestion that I go live, and it was Cheryl's suggestion that I show my paintings because I was basically just sitting here with like nothing to say because I've gotten subjects before and it always changes anyway. My favorite is when I said, let's talk about pets, and the first 5 people that came on didn't have any pets. Debbie Sue, what is that symbol that's before Rosani? What does that mean? Did y'all see my landscape? I think you did, Cheryl. You saw my landscape I did today. That took a little bit of courage on my part because I was watching this guy. I honestly don't remember what his name was, but he's a popular guy on YouTube as well as popular on, I think just a lot of people know him. I know he's done some speeches and so on. But he decided he wanted to do watercolor and he got a professional artist teacher, one that is very expensive. It was one on one. The guy came to his home to do it. And he's a pretty strict instructor. And he said that you're not in charge, the water is in charge. Let the water do what it's going to do, and then figure out how you're going to paint it. In a nutshell, that's what he said. So I basically picked my colors, and obviously I would put blue up on the top for sky. I wouldn't put it for grass. But I did that. I picked the colors I wanted, and then when it dried, I was like, I can see this here and this here. And except for one little stumble I had in the middle with some flowers, and I was able to cover it up, it worked out, and I'm ready to do it again. Debbie Sue says, oh, Cheryl says she remembers that no pets. And Debbie Sue said, my stupid computer keys are sticking and I have no idea what is popping up. LOL. Okay, I thought it was a symbol that I should know what it was. And Rosani says, or I'm sorry, Cheryl says, hello, Rosani. Last night's live was good. I don't think you made it, Cheryl, but I know Rosani was there. Was Debbie Sue was there. It was good. It was really, really easy going. And I love when Karen asks a question. It's the second time I've seen it happen that Allison throws the same question back at her, and Karen is a little bit shocked by it. She's balls back in your court, lady. You were there, Cheryl? Okay, I guess I didn't see it in the comments. It got pretty hilarious. I got the giggles when Karen started talking about the video that she uploaded, the wrong video with the some of her mistakes still in there, her bloopers. And I think that is hilarious. I was shocked she did it when I watched it, and I was like, wow, she is getting brave. And then I didn't know until last night that it was completely unintentional. Yes, Debbie Sue, it was a good live. It was relaxing, and some of them I feel like it's like, how can you do this better? How can you do that better? And I don't know. I don't think a lot of us know. Just by trial and error, and each channel is different. Why am I drinking hot coffee when it's 80 degrees outside? Because it's good. It has to get pretty warm before it bothers me. I like it warm. The temperature says it's 79 in the house right now, and I even got like long pants on and I'm good. Cheryl says, where is the landscape video? Did I comment? I thought you did. Um, just a second, let me look, because I don't know how to do it without it playing. I thought you did. No, that was somebody. I honestly don't know. Um, well, the landscape video went up 1 hour ago. So if you watched it in the last hour, um, like I said, I don't know how to see. Oh, wait. I do too know how. Yes, you said that I was blessed to still have my dad. And you said at 1903, it was looking good. And I'm missing some. Christina says, hi, Evie. Hi, chat. Hi, Christina. Welcome. Scrap, scrap crafts and stitchery. Hot coffee is always good, she says. Oh, Cheryl says, landscape outside. No, no. And Cheryl says she just watched it. Okay. Hey, there's Mike. Hey, Mike. And he's saying hi to Cheryl and she back. I need to get back out there and start walking again. I noticed that our days are getting a little bit longer because I usually get up at 7 o'clock and it used to be dark and it's light now. Oh, now, Rosani, do you know Christina? Because I'm not sure that I've met her before. So I assume that you have a channel, Christina, by the name. Oh, you don't? Okay. I had a bunch of people come on right at the very beginning. There was 19 people, and all they said was hi, and nobody said it. Well, there was one political type thing I ignored, but I mean, it wasn't bad. But yeah, I've never had that happen before. Christina says, I have not been on before. I have a mixed media junk journal channel. Junk journals are very popular. I see a lot of those. Have you been on YouTube for a while? Cheryl says, I'm going to start getting up at 5 and walking. Need to lose 10 pounds. Ugh, yuck. Um, I could stand to lose 10 pounds as well. I have lost 10 pounds since I stopped working, and I am glad about that. It's just been slow. It's taken the entire year, or what has it been, a year? Since last May. I'm looking up Christina's channel. Scrap AP Craft. That's a long name. Stitchch. See if I got enough of it in there right. Christina's Crafts. Oh, there's a whole bunch. Did I not? Christina's Scrap and Crafts Stitchery. Scrap. Yeah, and that exact name is not coming up. But boy, are there a lot of Christinas that do. I don't know what to say. Maybe I need to put spaces in all of it. It's with the CHRISTNA. SCRAP. Could it be Scrap and Stitchery? Oh, I bet that is it. I see the handle is different. Okay. So this is her channel. I'm sorry, there's a glare. The window at the top doesn't have a cover on it. And she says, I'm here to share my joy of making junk and art journals. I hope you will join me for some cozy craft alongs. I really want to build a community of junk journalists. I will share what I am crafting. Drop me a comment and let me know what is on your desk. She joined, a year ago. Oh, not quite a year ago. March 28th, so 11 months ago. March of 2025, 28 of 25. So here's some of her videos. So I will definitely take a look. I am new to, I don't really do crafts, but I am new to, I'll say, art. I've never had much interest in it until December 29th, and now I can't get enough of it. Okay, and Cheryl said that's a cool name, and Christina said, thank you, Cheryl. Let me see if I missed anything. Cheryl says, walk and pray, but it would be 4 a.m. for you. Oh, yeah, definitely early. And Debbie stays up late. Debbie Sue stays up late. She was commenting me as I was getting ready to go to bed, and I'm an hour earlier. Rebounding with Cheryl says 997, just 3 more. Yay! And Christina says, really? Since 3 months ago? Wow. Yes. And I have painted every day and some days multiple times a day. Rosani says, and Evie's doing great at it. I am having so much fun with it. And don't I don't want it to not turn out, especially because the paper is expensive. But when I'm finished, if I have learned something to do different, then I've succeeded. The paper didn't get wasted. And the only paper I throw away is my drills, and that's on really cheap paper, and I use both sides. Um, Debbie Sue says, yeah, I need to learn to get to bed, LOL. Well, at least you're up and about now because your surgery kind of kicked you backwards for a little while and you were never up. So this is better this way. Christina says, I love paper. Don't bump the. I love paper and books and making books. I don't have any real experience with that. I did art with my kids when they were little, and I've done some with my grandkids. So I'm up for anything, but I don't, this painting that's all I want to do. And Christina says, that is amazing, Evie. Cheryl says, Debbie Sue is everyone's cheerleader. She is, but Cheryl, you're a cheerleader too. You really are. You've been my cheerleader this week more than once, and I appreciate it. I think of you when I make a thumbnail now. Like, would this be Cheryl approved? As a matter of fact, that picture that I painted today, I didn't put the birds in until after I took the picture. I took it back out of the frame, added the birds, put it back in the frame, and took a new picture for the thumbnail. Debbie Sue is a cheerleader, and so is Mike at Mike's something adventures. I don't, was he on here? I can't remember if I saw him. You guys know who I'm talking about. I just can't remember his exact channel name. I don't see him on here. Oh, there he is. Were you here already? And then I forgot you were here, or not forgot, but I lost you. Yeah. Mike is the male cheerleader and Debbie Sue is the female cheerleader. And then we have Cheryl that is a cheerleader too. I know she's a cheerleader for me. I'll put it that way. Mike said it's okay. I know it's tough, isn't it? And I try to like spread myself around all these different channels of people I know. And then I got into watching watercolor instruction and learning how to You know what I'm saying. Just learning how to do it. That consumes so much time. And then you can't really copy somebody. And if you do something close to you attempt to do something close to what they do, you should always tag them and give them credit, which I've done a couple of times. But today's painting was completely out of my head. And I have to say, that felt more successful than um, trying to make a flower like somebody else makes a flower. It was really great. And I got into trouble at the end and thought I'd ruined it. And I pulled it back. Christina says, interesting about the thumbnails. I'm drawing YouTube creators from their thumbnails for my 100-day project. Drawing YouTube. You're drawing them. Wow. Wow. You must be good. I started I haven't shown them yet, but this drawing book, Drawing from the Right Side of Your Brain, you're supposed to draw a self-portrait and then you draw a hand. The next thing is a corner. I drew my self-portrait and I drew my hand. I have not drawn the corner yet. Cheryl says, you see, your phone listens to everything you say. And Rosani says, great recovery on that, Evie. Christina says, LOL, that is a big assumption. I don't understand the phone listens to everything you say. I mean, I know stuff will come up in my feed that I've said, but I don't understand. Christina said, I am partially doing it as the 100-day project to practice and make it easier. So have you been drawing for a long, long time? That's what I want to be able to do is draw. And I don't want to draw portraits. I don't want to draw buildings. I want to be able to draw flowers first and foremost. And after that, I want to draw landscape. I want to go outside to a park and see what's in front of me that's beautiful and do a likeness to it. Mike says, sorry, Evie, I haven't been able to keep up with your videos because I like to sit and watch you paint, where with someone like Rhonda, I can play hers and put my phone back in my pocket and listen to her. Oh, don't even feel like you have to watch, really. That's not, I'm really trying to focus my channel toward other people that want to watercolor, other people that are new to watercolor that want to kind of like learn along with me, or someone that has more experience would maybe share some tips. Mike says, I've been working a lot of hours at work. I know you have. I saw you when you were showing your puppies off in the living room and you said that you weren't home for the weekend. So that must have been last week. I don't remember what day it was, but you were heading back to work. Maybe it was the beginning of this week. I don't ever feel bad if somebody cannot watch my videos. I want them to watch them because they want to and they have the time. No other reason. Mike says, I totally understand. I still like to watch you paint. I think you'll like the one I did today, Mike, but it is a little bit long. It's like 19 minutes, I think, but it's landscape. It's not flowers. And Christina says, I have drawn off and on for years. I did a project in October that was a daily drawing. It is a great practice. I imagine it is. I don't know anything about shapes and shading. I know a little bit about the shading from what I've seen painters do, and I can do okay with doing shade of a tree or of, a vase full of flowers, but I'm lost beyond that. And like when I was drawing my own face, I have a big forehead. I got the big forehead in good, but then I had all the facial features here. And then my chin was as big as my forehead. I did shorten it, but I put the lines here, the lines around my nose, the lines under my eyes. I drew my eyes hooded, the glasses the best I could, and it looks like a man. It looks like a man. Cheryl says it is very relaxing to watch Evie paint. Thank you. And we have, I'm trying to, I don't want to mess the name up. Of the opera is what I'll call you. Hello. Rosani says, so true, Cheryl. She is very relaxing to watch. I'm glad I am. I feel like one of those my personality is red. It's very strong. It had to be in my job, but I still have this feeling that there's a lot of the blue where I can look like I'm self-contained on the outside, but on the inside things are kind of going crazy. I can feel a lot of stress that I don't show. And I was really feeling some stress when I was trying to make paintings turn out. And now I realize that all the stress I'm feeling is not going to make a difference on whether it turns out or not. Just look back at it and say, okay, I learned this. I'm going to do this next time. And as soon as I finished that landscape painting, I was ready to go again, but I didn't because I had other things I needed to do. Rosani says, I really don't know how to say that. Kamek of the opera. Hey, Vicky's here. Hi, Vicky. Hey, Pam is here too. Nice to see you. Pam, I'm 3 away from 1,000. I'm hoping to stay on here until I get 3 more subscribers. Pam, did that help you get any more subscribers doing your lives? Because I noticed you've done more lives lately than you used to. At least they're coming up in my feed. Everybody's getting that little symbol that Mike has it next to his too. It looks like it's Japanese or something. Pam said, oh, wow. Oh, Christina said hi to Vicky. Do you two know each other? Vicky and Christina would love each other's channels. And Vicky does a lot of lives doing her junk journaling. So Vicky, Christina at Scrapbook and Craft and Stitchery does the same kind of stuff that you like to do. And Cheryl said, it's a shield. Okay, well, it doesn't look like a shield next to like Christina's scrap and whatever. She's got, that sounded rude. I didn't mean it to be. It's hard for me to break the word up, but it's gone now. But it had a little like Japanese symbol and it said, hi, Pam. Now it's not on this one. Christina says, I see Vicky at Juju's and I watch Vicky. She is very talented. Wonderful. And Pam said, I did get one new subscriber. It is Peter. Glad I found him through Mike's comment. Yes, I don't know Peter really well, but several months back, I saw him once a week. Christina says those shields are mods, aren't they? Yes, if it's blue, but the symbol I was seeing was behind even yours and like 3 comments back. Vicky says, thank you, Christina. And Debbie Sue says, Evie, I've seen a lot of people talk about the Chinese/Japanese characters before names in a chat. Nobody has figured out what they are. Okay, I am at least not seeing things. They were there. It's really pretty symbol. And Pam says, I usually do subscriber only live streams, so it doesn't really get me new subs. Maybe if I did the vertical lives, I really don't want to deal with trolls though. Hey, Cynthia. Yay! I haven't seen you on a live in a long time. Well, I haven't been in a live in a long time. I had maybe one would be considered a troll on this one, but I really don't have a problem with them. And as long as you have a moderator or two on there that you trust, then you just take them down. And Mike said, if you see the Chinese symbol, it means your language has been translated. Oh, so I guess if you just something is not spelled correct is what they would take that as. Cynthia said, don't faint. Well, I am shocked. I guess this is a good time for you. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, now see, Debbie Sue has a blue shield and the symbol and says, hi, Cynthia. Now I found Debbie Sue through Cynthia. And Cheryl said, oh, thanks, Mike. And now Cynthia's has that symbol and says, "Hi, Pam. Do you two know each other?" Pam, oh, I know Pam knows Cynthia. I do know that. Thanks. Yeah, I'm very new to lives. Vicky says, "Hi, Debbie, Sue, and Cynthia." Vicky, do you know Cynthia and vice versa? And Rosani, I think everybody must know Cynthia. She's so famous now. Mike said, "No, I think it's the somebody on the other side of the road, one of the translate it to their language." Oh, I gotcha. Christina says, "I wonder if that symbol has something to do with the language issue they had a couple of days ago." I don't know. Pam says, "I found Cynthia through Kentucky Life with Debbie." Yep, I love her too. And I haven't had much, well, I have as much time as anybody else does. I've been using all my video watching time watching watercolor videos. So I'm being selfish. But I'm going to get it down and then I can go back to kind of spread myself around watching videos. And Cynthia says, "Hi, Debbie, Sue, and Vicky." So Cynthia, have you been painting? I just showed off my paintings. They're all under one rubber band now. These are from December 29th. So the end of December, all of January, and all of February. That's a lot. Let's see. Pam says, "How can we get you 3 more subscribers?" I don't know. I guess I could just camp out here and people can come and go. And Rosani says, "You're not being selfish, Evie. You're being focused." I'm not, I'm so new to having a hobby and I love choosing paint, buying paint, getting paint, painting with the paint. And I've heard a lot of people say that it's, you know your brush, know your paint. Well, okay, but I want to try something new too, just like I want to eat a different food or wear different clothing or whatever. It's the variety of it. And I'm thinking, okay, I want to paint a rose. I want to use this palette. I want to paint a rose. I'm going to use this palette and I'll find one that works best for it. Christina says, oh, Debbie Sue says, "Rosani is right, Evie." Christina says, "I find it's hard to create if you aren't watching things that help you grow. So if you are sharing your progression and growth, you have to keep watching what helps you grow." Yes. And sometimes the things that I think are going to be really difficult are easy, and sometimes they're much harder. Like the daffodil, I thought, I heard they were hard. I was like, that looks like one of the easiest flowers you can paint, but it's not. It's not as hard as a rose. Rosani says, okay, Vicky says, "I found Debbie Sue and Cynthia and you from Cynthia." Oh. Rosani says, "I feel your passion." Cynthia says, "You need to be more selfish and take care of yourself." Yeah, I painted Baby Yoda today practicing for a card for my 3-year-old grandson. Well, that sounds like fun. I took the time to paint a card for my sister, which she's chosen an unfortunate life for herself. And she is 58 years old and she hasn't had a home in 25 years probably. And she loves it. And she sleeps in a place called Dusk Till Dawn. And it's just a big tent with 12 women in it and cots. And she goes in and sleeps. She wanders around all day. Supposedly, she got indoors somewhere and I could write to her. So I painted her a card and I sent it, and it came back saying this they couldn't deliver to that address. Pam says, "I have so far painted one picture. I might do a little painting right now." Have you looked up, Pam, the drills to do, like where you'll do all leaves, or you do like the point of the point of the brush, and then you push down and get it wide and then go back up. You forward C's, backward C's, make circles, make squares. It helps a lot, especially if you do that like right before you start to paint. Pam said, Baby Yoda, great idea. Cynthia, that sounds cute. And Vicky says, Baby Yoda is the cutest. Rosani says, gaining new subs eventually comes from commenting on other creators' videos with similar interests and forming connections. I do think that's true. However, most of the channels that I watch are big enough that you get a heart or a thank you, but not real true interaction, even if I do tag them. Cynthia says, it didn't come out very well, but I'm redoing it tomorrow or maybe after this. Do you want to do it on a live, Cynthia? Debbie Sue says, you will get it, Cynthia. I know what Yoda looks like. I don't know what baby Yoda looks like. Like less hair and smaller ears. Simon, is your last name Eden? So is mine. No, it's a made up name. It's a great name. My channel name is Evie Eden because my life is beautiful like the Garden of Eden. Were you born in 1989, Simon? Cynthia says, ha ha ha, just like Yoda. Okay. I know there's some dogs that look like Yoda. Pam says, I'm sitting snug on the couch looking at the sun streaming in the windows. While my husband clears a driveway in a front end loader, clearing snow. Vicky says, I love to draw and paint whimsical animals. I did a dog the past week. Dogs are harder than cats. Cats are harder than birds. If the whimsical I'm talking about. Simply Debbie Sue says, Vicky, the dog was so cute. And Pam says, I feel very spoiled and don't want to move. Cheryl says, Pam, come to Florida and warm up. Simon says, yes, ma'am, at least you say it right. I'm always having to spell it out for everyone. Really? I think pretty much everyone should know how to spell Eden. I'm going to show you, speaking of painting, when I get really good, I want to paint my bird, Chloe. Chloe, do you want to come say hi? She shook her head no, literally, just because she itched, but it seemed like she was answering me. I painted her. Where's the front of my book? There it is. I painted her and it really turned out cute only because it was small. See, I've got this little itty bitty travel painting. I think my swatch card fell out. This is my little swatch card for it. This is like almost fit 2/4 on it. It's tiny. So this is my book for it. And I painted my bird and it turned out cute because it's small. Here's some whimsical birds. But look how tiny this is. I mean, it is tiny. I think it's 2x2 or maybe 2 1/4. So here's Chloe. And if I could do that big, and I used some colored pencil too because she has feathers. This is a plant I have on my desk. Here was a flower and a bee. Oh, look at that, another rose. It looks like it's almost dead because it's hanging over. Flowers, another rose. Like this is so small, you can literally just sit on the couch and watch YouTube and paint. Some more flowers. And I think these little books are really cheap. This is my very first painting in the book. Kind of minimal. Flowers, nothing special. Here's a little beach and some trees. Those aren't very good. And there's a plain flower that's not very good. And I'm back to the birds. Anyway, these are so much fun. It's so much easier to paint small because you don't have to have all the detail that you'd have to have in a larger picture. And so remember I said that I want to go outside and paint something? That's what this is for, where you like minimize what you're looking at so you don't get too much in the picture. You're supposed to be able to use the whole too, but I don't know how to use that yet. I need to watch a video on it. Oh, and also you use one of these little water brushes and you just barely get the tip of it wet and then just dip into the paint. This came empty. I put my own paints in it. Here's a little itty bitty mixing. So it's like half as big as my thumb, the little mixing palette. But it's made of resin so it doesn't stain. Anyway, I think it's really cute. Wouldn't take up too much room to take that in your pocket to go paint. And it's small enough nobody could really see what you're painting if it was turning out horribly. Oh, and then you put one of these on your wrist, and that's what you clean your brush off with. You just put water through the brush and wipe it off on that, and put it in a little pack like you put pencils or something in. Oh, let's see. Oops. Pam said, yeah, I need to feel that Florida sun. It's freezing here. She's saying that to Cheryl. Debbie Sue said, that's cute. Pam said, beautiful birds. Oh, CL's here. Hi. The birds were cute. And Pam said, adorable. Vicky says, I have been inviting Cynthia to a live many times. She has finally came to the one I had 1 hour to make in a collaboration. We did not get chatty, but she watched. Um, hello, Alalo, Alalo. You're new. Well, hello, welcome. Vicky says, cute. Can I see the plant in the back? Oh, up here, they're fake. They're fake. It's just a little pot that you buy from, oh, I got this off Amazon actually. But I liked it because it kind of drapes. It looks real from a distance. But yeah, that sits up there and doesn't ever need any water. Debbie Sue says 2 more subs. All right. So this has only taken less than an hour. I've been on here for 48 minutes. So I shall stay. Hey, that rhymes. I shall stay till 1K. I shall stay till 1K. Cynthia said, yes, Vicky, I watched the whole thing. It was great. And Elalo said, it's nice. I am sorry if I chopped your name up. I like it. Cheryl says, did you see my question? No. I saw you retracted one. Was it before that? Okay. You invited Pam to Florida, and there's a retracted message. I don't see a question. I'm sorry. I still don't see it. CL says hello to Mike, and Rosani is leaving, and Debbie Sue says goodbye. Vicky says pom pom. Oh, there's Rosani. She says, gotta go now. Great chat. Have an amazing day and or night, everyone. Rosani is an absolute sweetheart. Whenever she makes a comment on your channel and then you comment back to her, like, thank you, she says, you are most welcome. She is such a kind person. I think anybody that knows who she is would say that about her. Does anybody know where Rosani is? I may have been told before, but I do not remember if I knew. Um, hey, Arch, is there a way to talk to girls? Like I get anxious talking to girls. CL says, aw, that's sweet. Yes, she is sweet. Hi, Barry. We're waiting on Barry's dog bed to come today because since I switched to this chair versus a love seat, he lost his spot, which I am not sad about because he's always scratching me with his toenails. So he's got a rug until his bed comes today, and he's not happy with the rug. Cheryl says, question, question, question. I follow so many people not in my niche. Does it affect my channel since I am in fitness? I don't think so. Because I have a lot of people that are not in, like, I'm subscribed to your channel, Cheryl, and I don't have a rebounder. CL says, I did yard work all day, so I bet I missed a lot of videos. Don't you feel like you're a kid again, CL? Because I swear I rush and I hurry through all my chores so I can get back to painting, back to seeing what's going on YouTube, because that's where my happy place is. Cynthia says, I don't think so. And Cheryl said, just curious. Mike says, I would hope not. I watch all kinds of things. That is something to think about though, because like every once in a while, I like to throw in a video of somebody getting pulled over, and the women are the most obnoxious, honestly. They just are. Most of the time, the men just go quietly. Occasionally, there's one that runs or fights, but for the most part, the women are obnoxious. And it makes me laugh. And I don't want to watch them sometimes because I don't want them to keep offering me more of them. I just wanted to watch one. Debbie Sue said, that's a good question for the Friday night panel. It is. Debbie, oh, you can't come on. You said you can't do the lives. Cheryl said, thank you. Christina said, I think that getting out there is always helpful to my channel. If it is something far away from my niche, it might not help as much, but I don't think it hurts. And Mike says, LOL, yes. CL said, me too. I watch a variety of content. And Vicky says, how do a rebounder with balance issues? I assume Cheryl will answer this, but I have seen some of her videos and she has something that you hold on to. I know some of them are like a bar and some is just a single, but there's a way to do it. And I don't think you have to literally like jump. I think you can bounce and keep your feet on the rebounder. But that's about all I know about it. Cheryl can probably answer that better than, well, I know she can better than I can. And Cheryl says, thanks, Christina. Christina says, oh, I love to listen to awful stories that are clearly written by AI, just occasionally. They are ridiculous. I have started some of those, and when I can't tell for sure, I go to the comments, and people have called them out. I can't stand the AI robot voice, though. I really, really can't. I want to hear somebody really speaking. I don't care if they're reading from a script. I just want a real voice. But I'm in the minority with that because they get a lot of views. Cheryl says, absolutely best to get a stability bar. Yes, jumping is not necessary to get the benefits. See, I have watched enough to know that, Cheryl, because you're the only one I know that does rebounding. Well, I know Paula does rebounding, but I don't think I've seen her do it. I know she bought one. So if some of the information did sink in. Oh, it's still two more. Can I hold out? Vicky says I watch some true crime. I do too. Do you watch Bailey Sarian? I like her and I like that chapter. And those are two pretty big channels. Mr. Ballin, he is a great storyteller. I maybe the best storyteller I've ever seen. He can make a trip to the mailbox that is 3 minutes, lasts for 30 minutes, and your mouth is hanging open, waiting on it to end, climax, whatever you want to call it. And I watched one of his a couple of months ago, and he was talking about something that he saw in the middle of the night when he was asleep. The video was 30 minutes long, and I was completely invested in it. I was just hanging on the edge of my seat to hear what it was. And at the end of 30 minutes, he didn't disclose what it was, said he didn't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't 30 minutes wasted. He did a fantastic job. Um, Pam said AI is sloppy garbage and YouTube is starting to shut down AI content. Sorry for the strong opinion. I don't want to offend. It doesn't offend me. It's unfair competition for, what do you say, airtime when they're just hitting some buttons and making a video instead of somebody like really reaching out to try to connect with people, whether it's teaching, visiting, whatever it is. We're trying to make human connections, being humans with humans. Cheryl says, I'm praying for Mrs. Paula as she fell in a hole. Okay, was that since yesterday? Because I just heard she had a stuffy nose and plugged ears yesterday. Debbie Sue says she took a hard fall. And Vicky says, hidden true crime, yes. Pam said, yes, poor Paula. I saw her short about falling. Okay, I haven't seen that. Christina said, I posted a link in a couple of groups I'm in. I haven't seen anyone come over. People may be busy right now, Saturday afternoon. Yeah, I don't think the weekends are great necessarily. But then I don't know how old you are, Christina, but I'm retired. Um, most of us, well, Mike isn't, but I don't know how old CL is. That's not fair. I've never even seen her. I'll say a lot of the ladies I know are retired or are retired age. So I don't think that the whole Monday through Friday necessarily applies. Uh, Christina says, Mr. Ballin is fantastic. Isn't he a great storyteller? Can you imagine having him around a campfire in the middle of nowhere? You would be so unnerved that you couldn't sleep if he was trying to scare you. Now, I'm not saying his stories have to be scary. He's just that good of a storyteller. If he wants you to be afraid, if he wants you to be in suspense, if he wants you to be happy, he can grab any emotion and just run with it. And Christina says, Mr. Ball. Mike said, yes, she put a video out this morning. She fell in the mud finger up her arm pretty good. Oh, I think you mean she messed up her arm pretty good. I'll have to go and find her video. You know, it's odd because well, I guess if you don't watch a lot of somebody's videos, then they're not going to come up in your feed. But then somebody that I am not even subscribed to can be the same subject and they show up in the feed. Mike said, sorry, autocorrect got me, and I'm driving. Oh, well, just listen then, or you don't even have to be here, Mike. I appreciate it, but you don't have to be here. Christina says, it is okay. I just like it as a guilty pleasure. I like being shocked at how bad the story twists are and doesn't mean anything. I spend a lot of time watching real creators and making meaningful. Christina, the one that I the channel that's called That Chapter. He does more current crime, but Bailey Sarian does a lot of old crime. Like one of her stories was about a woman that was a serial killer, maybe the 1800s, 1900s, and she would like invite a single woman to her home and have her write all these letters. Oh, I'm doing well, I'm doing well. Just to make this short, she would take the woman out and make soap and things out of her. And she would continue to send these letters that the women had handwritten to their family to make them think that they were okay and they were doing all right. And I mean, super interesting. Not gory, not, I mean, some of hers are, but she's a good storyteller too. And on Mondays, it's called Monday Mystery and Makeup, something like that. And she is a makeup artist. I mean, maybe not literally, but she does a really good job. Um, Vicky said she just subscribed to Mr. Ballin. And Christina said, I spend hours editing videos and posting them. I really appreciate all the hard work put in by creators. That is the truth. Yeah, uh, I have more than 460 videos, probably close to 470 now in a year's time. CL said, I notice a lot of artists I watch do not watch other artists. They want to sell art programs. I appreciate the feedback more from small art channels and non-artists. I feel it's more real. Yeah, I haven't gotten feedback from anybody that I would consider like a big channel artist that's selling stuff. Um, I'm sure some of them are, but if I've tagged them, they might say, thank you, or that's great, but that's all it is. And they haven't ever tried to sell me anything. Christina says, I will check it out. Oh, hello, Denise. She says, truth. Welcome. We're talking about videos. We just finished up talking about true crime, and now we're talking about artists. Do you, it looks like by your name you have a channel. Um, Christina does scrapbooking, and so does Vicky, and CL and myself paint, and Cynthia was here earlier. She paints, and there's another lady that's already gone, and she does paper mache. Okay, well, we are over an hour. Let me see if I got any more subs. I was going to stay on here till I got 1,000. I don't know if I can do it. Oh, Denise, enjoyed your hydrangea video. Thank you. I wonder if you are a channel that I already watch. I'm going to look because I have subbed to so many. Denise Smith. I'm already subbed to you. Let me see which video was the last one I watched of yours. Um, I watched from 8 months ago Easy Watercolor Flowers, and you wrote, oh, I did tag you then, didn't I? Um, two colors and any brush. I don't know if I tagged you for your hydrangea video or not, but I know I watched it. I'm sure I watched more than just one. That's all I see right now. Okay, good. Then it was yours because now as I'm remembering, I was going to do the two like you had, and I was so overwhelmed with doing the one, I scrapped the second one. Yep. Okay. Awesome. Thank you for stopping by, Denise. I appreciate that. You have a lot of stuff to look at. Definitely a lot of stuff to look at. And a lot of it is watercolor. Um, CL says, "Oh, thank you, Vicky." Oh, Vicky said I just subscribed to Fantasy. Vicky, CL is very, she's one of the cheerleaders also. She's always being positive and helpful. She's very nice. Denise says, "You did." Denise says, "Thank you. You inspired me to get back at it." Oh my gosh, that is wonderful because um, I see you had a video from 4 months ago, and then you have one from 4 days ago. You're not the first person that has said, "Hey, I'm going to pull my watercolors back out." As a matter of fact, I'm shocked by how many people have watercolored that I would have never guessed because I never watercolored beyond the little eight thing you get in elementary school, which they give you regular paper, so it just all warps up and bleeds around. But um, yeah, there's a lot of people that have tried it. A lot of people like it, and um, they just don't go back to it unless they get inspired to do that. Denise said, "YouTube is hard." Yeah, I don't have super high expectations for YouTube. It is a hobby, but I would like to um, feel like that there's people interested in watching and they want to be subscribed. The monetization is not really something realistic that I want to do. I just feel like the smaller you are, people might look at it and go, "Oh, well, they must not be very good if they're that small. I'm not going to subscribe." So once you get maybe past that 1,000 threshold, then it starts to flow a little bit easier. And I enjoy the community most of all the people, even that do different things besides watercolor, any anything, sharing their lives. I've gotten to know so many nice people. And Cheryl says, "Let's see if Rhonda will come in. I'm curious about what our phone hears and share." Did you text her or something? Vicky said, "I subscribe to Denise." Yay! And CL said, "My channel is part of my de-stress from work. I'm here for community and fun." Yes, I am too. But I have put a lot of hard work into it. Like I said earlier, I have so many videos, and my channel just turned one on February 21st, and I worked last February through May, and oh, I have 472 videos, and that's a lot. I think about somewhere between 25, 30 of them might be shorts, but they're majority just regular long videos. And of course, they're not all painting because I didn't start painting until December 29th. Um, Denise said, "I never really stopped painting. However, the YouTube thing is hard." Christina said, "There is a really great community of people that I've gotten to know over the last year on YouTube." Me too. And I bet the people cross over because, like, I know I'll be watching one person and watching another person and find out that they know each other, and it just makes the group bigger and bigger. Denise says, "I love that too. The community is great. Thanks, Vicky." And I know I've met four YouTubers, four YouTubers in person. Um, Three of them last year and one this year, and it's been great. Just getting after you feel like you can trust the person, you get their phone number. Once in a while, you have a conversation. Once in a while, you have a text. It's just nice. Vicky said YouTube takes a lot of work, especially doing live art shows. Hey, Retired Red, welcome. I think I saw you last night yesterday evening on the live. Thank you for stopping. Denise said, you are doing great for painting such a short amount of time. Well, thank you. I love it. That's the only reason I have invested so much time in it is because I love it. Cynthia said, the community is the most important part of my channel. I love every single one of them. You have a large community too, Cynthia. You've done so well. Cynthia's channel is, I think, a week older than mine. And I think you must be at like 9,000 subscribers, or are you bigger than that now? I'm just going to check and see. Yeah, she's like a, oh, it's Senior Insights, not Cynthia. Let's just see. 8,000.01. And her channel, yeah. So here I am struggling to get to 1,000, and she has completely blown it out of the water. CL says, your videos are great, Evie. My channel turned 2 this month, and I am waiting to celebrate on the date I posted my first video. Good for you. Do a post so we make sure we all get to see it. There's Sally. Hi, Lovey. Retired Red said, hi, Cynthia. I catch your videos too. Cynthia's channel was my most watched channel of 2025. When it comes up in your channel of review, your year of review, she's the channel I watched the most. It was like she was stalking me. Every time I turned my tablet on in the morning, there she was. I was really scared, so I just had to watch it. Sally says hi to CL, and Debbie Sue says hi, Sally. Pam says, we love you, Cynthia. And Retired Red, I'm probably supposed to know your name. I apologize that I don't. Sometimes you catch the right wave. CL says, good afternoon, Sally. I did yard work all day. Hey, Nana of 5, Yvonne, right? Hello, hello. And Debbie Sue says hello to Yvonne, and Yvonne says hello to Sally. It is Yvonne. Sally says, my Evie, I haven't seen you in a live for such a long time. It's so wonderful. Thank you. It was Cheryl's suggestion. I'm trying really hard to get to 1,000 subs today. Yvonne says, hey, Debbie Sue. And CL says, hi to Yvonne. Cheryl says, anyway, I'm testing something at Entreaty by Rhonda Hensley. Okay, seeing if she finds out she needs to go on YouTube. I don't know what she's doing today. She didn't come to our live last night. But I think she commented on a video right before it started. Is she really, Cheryl? She was at like 988 yesterday, I think. Good for her. Pam said, I wonder if we all share your live on our channels as a post, if we could get those 2 channels. I wonder if we all shared your live here on our channels as a post, if we could get those 2 channels. I'm being dense, I don't understand. Sally said, you only need 1 more, girl. Oh, Pam said, oops, I mean 2 subs. Oh, I see. Maybe. Cynthia says, awesome, Rhonda, you go, girl. She's not even here. But I think that Cheryl is trying to see by tagging her if she gets notified by YouTube, if her phone is listening, and will notify her and she'll pop on here. Rhonda might not know yet. Should we call her? I don't know how. I don't even know where. Oh, shoot. I'm looking for my phone. It's right here. I'm using it. I was going to call her. I'm the one that looks for my sunglasses when they're on my head, too. Sally said, do you want me to? Sure. Cheryl says, LOL. Denise says, are you doing live streams every day? What a trooper. I'm not doing, I don't know if you're talking to me, but I'm not doing live streams every day. I haven't done a live in a while. I don't think I've done a live since The Dog's Gonna Bark, I think. Barry, that's your bed, don't bark. It's just delivering your bed, it's okay. I don't think I've done live streams since I started painting in December. And I like them, I do. I don't like the initial starting where you're waiting on people to come because I really don't know what to do. I sit there and I'll say a little something and I just really don't know what to do. Vicky's laughing. We'll wait and see if I'm gonna I can't believe she got that many just like overnight because I think I checked. This is Saturday. I thought I checked yesterday, but I might have checked because we kept going neck and neck. There she is, 1K. Here's Rhonda's channel. Rhonda is a great friend, a great person. She's a therapist, and she has she is 72 years old, and you would never know it. That's like what everybody talks about is how young she looks and how young she acts. But like at Christmas time, she dressed up like an elf and did a live. She's a lot of fun. She's creeping around outside her house, moving lights around. She's just very playful. Cheryl says, oh, wait a second. Denise said, I tried doing them and painting at the same time and it didn't seem to be my jam. Yeah, I might try that. Vicky at Retro, whatever her channel name is, she's up here. I don't want to like dismiss her. Get her full channel name because her handle is different. I can't even see it. Anyway, oh, Vicky Retro Queen Bee Art. She does a live sometimes twice a week on live art, and she just simply sits there and she does what she does. The the supporters talk among themselves, and every once in a while she'll look over and say, "Oh, hey, Evie, thanks for coming in." She invites you to. She'll give you a post prior to if you want to do scrapbooking, if you want to, or I'm sorry, junk journaling, if you want to do watercolor painting, and people seem to enjoy just kind of sitting there. It's the same people sitting there chatting back and forth and watching her do what she does. And she'll say, "Oh, what color should I do this?" And people will suggest. Um, Cheryl says, "Is it best to do live streams in vertical or horizontal?" My limited experience is horizontal. I'm sorry, vertical on your phone. At Christmas time, may have been like the last of my lives. I did one on my phone and I had it on the tripod in the kitchen and I was showing Christmas decorations I bought. And everybody's like, "We can't hear you. We can't hear you." Immediately, as soon as I opened my phone, I had 15 people. When I was on here today, I immediately had 19 people. And I got my laptop to use instead because this was really something I wanted to show. And I got 5 people and it never went up. And you know, the laptop is going to be horizontal. There's Rhonda. Congratulations, Rhonda. 1K. I've been watching you and I missed it. I had to find out from someone else. 1004. How do you find out the exact number, Sally? Or did she tell you? Yes, Rhonda, I am so close. This is the point of this live. Cheryl was my cheerleader and said, "Get on and do a live." Yeah, because there was not too long ago, it was Debbie Sue, myself, and Rhonda were all just going like this. And I'm the last one. I might be late, but I'm going to get there, by golly. Leave the door open. Rhonda said, "I hit it this afternoon in studio. It gives live updates." And aren't you afraid? Well, I guess you got 1004. I'm so afraid that I'm going to get 1000 today. And then when I wake up tomorrow, it's going to be 999. I'm going to be like, no. Cheryl says, or Sally says, "Ah, the anticipation." And Cheryl says, "Congratulations, Rhonda." Sally said, "It's like me watching my kid growing up Miami." Yeah, Sally passed us all. CL says, go team. Sally said, I hate that. That's why I do not watch numbers. Well, I watch numbers until I get to 1,000. Yes, ma'am, I do. And Denise said, that definitely happens sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I just want to get like, I want to be half as big as Cynthia. I want to be like 5,000 and then just stay there and know a good bunch of the people that come. Because the selfish part of me likes to say, there has to be more people than that want to connect with me. There just has to be. Somewhere over the ring. I can't, got a frog in my throat. Anyway, somewhere out there. Pam said, I'm so excited for you, Rhonda. Cynthia says, congratulations, Rhonda. Yes, Evie, you are going to get it. Denise said, definitely. You're so nice. I'm excited. I mean, I've worked hard for it. I really have. And I've had so much fun. That's why I haven't quit. CL says, that would be awesome, Evie. What? It says 1K on my channel? Let me just look. It's 1,000 exactly. Look at that. Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you, everyone. I can let you all go now. I need to take a screenshot for when it goes down to $9.99. There we go. Screenshot. Done. Uh, Rhonda and Cheryl, you're the one that told me to do it. I did it, and here I am. Thank you, Cheryl. Rhonda said, what is the percentage of those that reach 1K? Isn't it 10%? I don't know exactly. I remember 6% being 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within the first year of the channel. And I was hoping I could get to that 6%, but I'm not that good. I'm not that good. Thank you, Denise. She said, congratulations. Pam sent me party hats. And Rhonda says, yay, you made it. And I've got a screenshot to prove it. Yvonne says, congratulations, Evie. Cheryl says, right, Rhonda. Christina says, woohoo. Vicky said, I started a live every morning at 10. I started a live every morning at 10:30 a.m. It is a 2-week pilot to see how my pause program will work out for our lives. It's about doing intentions and making habits. Well, what I would like to do live art simply for the interaction and the enjoyment of it. And I'm sure I would find other people that enjoy the same thing, but I don't know how to film it and see it at the same time. Like if I had my phone mounted up over my desk to actually film the live, can I watch the comments on my tablet and talk to people? I don't know how that works. I suppose I could look it up on YouTube. I have a whole big thing here showing me how to do things. Debbie Sue says, you did it, Evie. Rhonda says, celebration. Hey, we're only 2 hours away, Rhonda. We could celebrate together. So, when did you say you got yours yesterday? And I got mine today. Too bad it's not the same day. Cynthia said, if you grow too fast, it can be a shock. Yes, Evie, you have worked hard. I'm so happy for you. Thank you, Cynthia. Cheryl says, little by little. CL says, you're right. Just be big enough to still know everyone and get your watch hours. Yes. And the watch hours, really, I don't even care about. It's just subscribers. I just want I want a bigger watercolor community. I want more people, more ideas, more sharing. I want to get better where I can share. Denise said, I'm going to subscribe to you all. Oh, thank you, Denise. You're going to love these ladies. Pam says, way to go, Cheryl. Evie is awesome. Thank you. Rhonda said, don't you have your watch time hours? No, I don't. I'm close, but I don't have them. Vicky says, it is me talking and no art. Oh, But when you're doing your art, you're talking and you can read the comments. I don't know how you're doing that. Um, Rhonda said, yes, I think that's how you do it. And Rhonda says, sure. And says this afternoon, it was about 2:30. Oh, we're sister twin 1,000 subscribers something. Yay. Sally says you have 1,000. Cheryl says hallelujah. And Cheryl says make sure your videos are at least 8 minutes long. You know what? That used to be like, I felt like I was taking up people's time if I try to get everything under like 3 minutes or 4 minutes. And now with this watercoloring, I can't seem to shut up. And I thought, oh, I'll do like 30 minutes on this live. And I am at 86 minutes right now, 4 minutes away from being an hour and a half. And Rhonda said on the same day, yay! Vicky said, Evie, greatness. Yes, I have a Mac computer and use the Ecamm streaming program. Okay, I have a Mac too. I have a laptop and the desktop. So you pull it up on your desktop and then you can read the comments, but you're filming down on your desk. Is that what you're saying? Sally said, did you hear me, Evie? You have 1,000. I heard you. I'm very grateful. Yvonne says, I do that when I'm doing my diamond art. I use two phones. Okay. The phones are so small. Like, I don't know if you could see, sometimes I'm up here trying to read the print because it's so small. And Vicky says, yes. Okay. So I really should be able to use my tablet to read while I'm using my phone to film. CL says, I get two 15-minute breaks a day. I love a 10 and 2-minute video during the week. Okay. 10 to 12-minute video during the week. And you know, I think we all have those videos that are where we want to sit and watch what the person is doing. And then we have the other one where it's like, I can get up and I can be, you can't vacuum, but I can clean the bathroom. I can fold laundry. Oh, I've got laundry still. I forgot about that. Um, anyway, I'm going to let all you wonderful friends go on with your day and do something else with it. I appreciate all your help, all your support, all your love. Cheryl says, I just made a song for you, Evie. I'll email it to you. Okay, thank you. And CL says, Granny Southern Corner puts the comments up on the TV. Okay, I'm in this, well, it's not small necessarily, but the TV, we have, oh, I do have Chloe's TV I could use. My bird has a TV and we have a TV in the living room. Vicky says, I have a camera on top and I use my Mac. Ecamm controls it all. Wow, I would really have to look into that. That sounds maybe not complicated, but I don't know how to do it. Yvonne says, I do my daily videos and I try my best to make them at least 8 minutes. Okay. Rhonda says, hello, Yvonne. Are y'all ready to go? I don't want to be rude. I remember Kindy K saying, if you got people on your live, don't you go anywhere. You keep staying until they're ready to go. But I know sometimes I stay on a live. I try to end it with the people instead of leaving, but I can actually be ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye in 45 seconds. I will make it to 90 minutes. Sally says, I took a picture of it for you, Evie. Thank you. Vicky said, love you, Evie. Congrats on your success. Thank you. Okay, we got 30 seconds left. You can see I made it. I think this is the longest live I've ever done. CL said, it's 5:30 here. I guess I should start dinner. I thought you were in Florida. It's 5:30 here. It's 6:30 there, right? Sally said, oh, sure. Do you want us to stay until you have 1,000? Now you're 1,000 and you're booting ass out of your house. Yeah, get out. Christina says, thank you, Evie. And thank you all. Bye, Cynthia. Bye, Pam. Bye, CL. Bye, Sally. Bye, Pam. Bye. Oh, the Panhandle is Central Time. I did not know that. Okay, bye everybody. Bye, 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 bye. I made it.